brushed over the meat. Cook the steak in the oil.
That's a very big knife.
Some bacon, grated cheese. I've forgotten the English word for it. More brown. The schmand.
I mean, she's thick AF.
I mean, it's just zucchini. Let's go! Welcome back to Aaron's Cooking Adventures, and this week I've got a very interesting recipe. So this week we're doing chicken breast with a honey citrus marinade. In the ingredients we've got zucchini, potato, as well as the chicken breast. So somehow they all go together. All I've looked at is the picture, and I'm gonna work out exactly how it's cooked and try to make it myself. From having looked at the picture, it looks like the chicken breast is roasted. It does say there's a honey citrus marinade, but some of the chicken pieces I've been given though are very, very thin, and they don't look like they're gonna oven very well. So we'll see what happens with that. I think they need to go in the oven, but I think some of them are gonna have to go in a bit later
Yeah,
than the
in
others.
Aaron's defense, the chicken that they show on this little recipe thingy here is very different to the chicken that we have. And I think that is definitely it could trick
that's
somebody.
going to be interesting. If I was going just on the chicken that was in the packet, I would say that's fried because it is a very thin piece of chicken. But the chicken in the picture looks very, very uniformly cooked, which doesn't seem fried.
I would agree with that 100%.
Like, it's definitely baked. So I have 5 pieces of chicken. 3 of them can definitely be baked. 2 of them may end up a little bit tough. So we'll see how we go. I also have some zucchini, which from the picture looks like it's basically just cut into rings and then fried up with definitely the chili, probably also the garlic. And then there's potatoes, which are also just cut into small pieces and then baked, I think.
I wasn't listening to any of that, so I can't say yes or no.
I think they're baked because they're browned on one side and they're kind of a little bit goldenish on the other, but there's not a lot of color. And I think if they were fried, they would look wetter and they would have more color on both sides. Then at some point there's some sort of cream, which from the picture looks like it's just whacked on the plate. So hopefully that's all that happens with that.
I would agree with that.
And then there's, as I said, there's the citrus and the honey, not much of it either. So there's obviously some sort of, I could say it's maybe brushed over the meat before it's thrown in the oven. And then there's some herbs, and I honestly can't see any herbs anywhere in the picture. So I don't know where they go, but I'm gonna assume that probably the rosemary is in with the zucchinis because there's definitely no rosemary on the potato and there's no rosemary on the chicken.
So here's the tea, sis. I'm gonna give you the photo to look at one more time. I'm also gonna tell you, because this is
it's the tricky
kind
one.
of difficult recipe, I'm gonna give you, do you want 2 hints or 3 hints? How
Let's
good-
start with 2 and let's see how we go.
How much of an expert are you feeling? So here is your little paper. Have a little look. Begin, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I can't see the rosemary anywhere. I don't know what they've done with it. I mean, the Germans love a good rosemary potato, but one would expect to see rosemary on the potatoes unless they've cut them up really fine.
So finely that they're not
that
detectable
they've
to the human eye.
disappeared. The only thing I can really see is pepper on the potato and the chicken. And I can definitely see the chili on the zucchini. Maybe the rosemary's in the zucchini. I feel like that would be a weird flavor combination. Like that, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't necessarily put chili and rosemary together. I think that would be odd. But
Go with your gut. That's what I say. Okay, well, you have 45 minutes.
All
Ready,
right.
set, break.
let's go. I've washed all of the vegetables. First step is to just cut them all up so that they're all ready to cook. The chicken and the potatoes, I think, are going to go in the oven. Potatoes will probably take the longest. The whole thing takes 45 minutes. So if we assume around 20 minutes of prep-ish time, and that is going to give me 25 to 30 minutes of cooking time because I'll be cutting while some things are cooking. I would think the zucchini is probably not going to take very long in the fry pan.
That's a very big knife.
It's not my biggest knife. So I'm also taking a really wild guess at how these potatoes are cut up. They don't look that thin, actually, in the picture. Ow.
Did you cut yourself?
I just
Stabbed yourself.
Stabbed
Okay.
myself. This would just chop it into rings.
Yeah. It's a salad, but sure.
It's just zucchini and chili. Like, surely a salad requires some other major ingredient.
Else, yeah.
Lettuce or tomato.
I guess it's got zucchini and chili.
Let's do this.
2 vegetables.
Given there's a honey citrus marinade on the chicken, I think it probably makes sense to put the marinade in the chicken or the chicken in the marinade fairly soon, and then let that sit for a little bit while the potatoes start to cook, and then put the chicken on into the oven. So I'm going to do that. If you roll your fruits before you try to juice them, you'll get more juice out of them. Don't forget to catch your seeds.
Hope you don't have any cuts on your hands.
Oh, I did yesterday. I did lime, and that was very painful. Plenty.
Oh, is that trash?
It's my trash box.
Is that trash?
Oh, I forgot to put the apron on again.
Apron intermission. Oh yeah, sexy apron.
Definitely needs a wash.
Yeah, we said that in the last video.
We did. Okay, it's going in the wash today, I promise. Okay, and then
Red X.
honey. Given I've added quite a bit of chicken to this recipe, there's not going to be a sufficient amount of lemon juice. So here's some we prepared earlier. What? I'm not sure what you're...
Yeah, no, you do you, girl.
No, it's just because this is enough lemon for 2 tiny pieces of chicken.
I think it's enough lemon for double what you should be making. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm tripling what I'm making, so I'm just going to add a little bit more.
Okay, sure.
Alright, and we have this eco-friendly little tube of honey. So I'm going to, again, given the amount of honey that I've been given, that this is a sufficient amount for the recipe that I have added to.
It's probably a safe assumption.
The honey and the lemon are now combined in that bowl. So I'm torn about whether or not it's soaked in it or whether it's just brushed over the top of it. It's probably just brushed over the top of it. I have time, so I'm just going to let it sit in there for a second. Especially these little tiny baby ones. So this is what we're talking about. They wanted me to roast this very small piece of chicken, which I think would just take seconds if it were roasted. It also would take seconds if it were fried. Yeah, so
it was a clutch moment. He's done something right.
So I'm just gonna...
So, point, but he's also done something wrong. So...
These, I think, are just gonna slap on there. And I think they're gonna just want some oil and some salt and pepper. But not a lot of oil, because in the picture, they're not really wet with oil, which is what makes me think they're baked and not fried. So they're lightly oiled, but not over the topped.
I can't say anything, but
Yeah,
they wanted you to do something additional to the lemon, and that would have not left it as a very good lemon slice.
Alright, and something I should have done years ago, turn the oven on. This I'm gonna just guess. I'm gonna put the oven at 200 degrees. And assume that this needs some amount of time. 20 minutes? I'm gonna go with 20 minutes. Carl's gonna freak out at me though.
Okay. So what are you setting it to?
20.
I mean, the heat in your oven.
Oh, 200.
200. Okay. And how long?
20 minutes.
I don't think your potatoes are going to be very cooked, based on what they have
Well,
here.
yeah, but I also need to take, once that's done, I need to put the chicken in.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how long the chicken's gonna need. Chicken needs...
This is a very... It's a very touchy thing, because you don't... Chicken raw doesn't work.
Raw chicken.
It's not
a good thing.
There's
Also,
no chicken sushi up in here.
raw potatoes also not your friend.
No.
Actually, maybe they need more 30 minutes. Because I'm 30 minutes in to preparing things. So I'm going to say maybe they want 30 minutes for that chicken.
I'm going to say half an hour is a good amount of time.
Yeah. So for the chicken though, I'm going to start with the larger pieces first. And then I'm going to add the smaller pieces later, because they are definitely not going to need 30 minutes.
I feel like you want one of your hints right now.
Yeah, I'll take a hint.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah,
Okay.
I definitely need a hint for the chicken.
So,
You're only going to say the chicken is fried.
the chicken, I don't know if this is an unconventional way of cooking, but you cook it 2 ways. So the recipe wants you to fry it
And then
and then
bake it.
So That's as far into it as I'm going to go. But yes, there are 2 cooking steps for the chicken. And I'm really concerned about it because they just don't want you to eat raw chicken. So
well, it might be the frying is just to give it a little bit of browning on the outside.
A little bit of crunchiness.
And then...
But I mean, I'm sure that you know how to cook chicken. Like, I'm sure...
Yeah. But baked chicken does come out kind of bland. So we're gonna
White people food.
Yeah, it's like anemic. It's usually like colorless. But that's why I thought the honey lemon marinade would fix that problem. But then maybe they use it as like a basting throughout, like they fry it a little bit and then coat it again in the marinade, throw it in the oven. Feels vaguely hot. The pan is now sort of hot. So I'm gonna give the chicken a quick fry for a few minutes and then see how that makes it go brown. I've got a griddle pan. I don't think from the picture they had a griddle pan. I think they had a flat pan.
What's the difference?
So the difference is the griddle pan has got little ridges, which when you're cooking steaks and other proteins, it cooks the fat away and then the fat drains through the ridges. Whereas a flat pan, it all just hangs around and cooks in itself. But I'm using the flat pan for the zucchini. I'm gonna use the griddle pan for the chicken. And that's that on that. So my chicken will have little ridges, probably.
That'll look cute.
That the picture does not have. Okay, now I have absolutely no idea how long it takes to cook zucchini because it's not something that I cook all that often. So I'm going to assume it wants probably 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, so I cooked zucchini literally last night, and I can tell you it is a lot quicker than you think it is.
Yeah, I think it's really fast, right?
Mine was very, how should we say, charred. What's a nice way of saying burnt?
Charred. You can say charred.
Charred.
Before I cook the zucchini, I forgot that I need to chop up the garlic and the chili. I'm gonna half this so that I can take out from the picture, these are just in really tiny slices.
Yeah.
I still am not sure what to do with the rosemary. Ask for my second hint. Does it go in with
No.
Does it go on the potatoes?
No.
Is it just here for decoration on the plate?
If
If it doesn't go in the zucchini and it doesn't go in the potatoes, what is it here for?
you don't eat beef and you don't eat cow.
How are you alive?
Okay, so
But it's not on the chicken.
no. Well, it's not. You're right.
Is it in the marinade?
Because you didn't put it on the chicken.
Is it supposed to be on the chicken chicken marinade?
The rosemary was part of the marinade. Yeah.
Should I just dump the rosemary in and let it soak for a bit?
So I think it says to
Or is it
like remove it from the stalk, chop it up into little pieces, and just include it in the marinade.
I think this is the hardest thing with this challenge with herbs because if you can't see them in the recipe,
Yeah.
I have like no idea where they go.
Well, you also have peticillo. Where do you think that's gonna go?
Is it a decoration on top?
Yeah, I would say it's a decoration. Well, yeah. Yeah.
It gets
I
sprinkled.
mean, maybe.
So I'm just gonna whack that straight away. Ooh. And we got some garlic.
Oops. Well.
Look at that. Actually, is that where the garlic was supposed to go?
So
it's rosemary.
I don't know. Maybe yes.
Rosemary, garlic, and lemon.
Yeah, they really botched up the the descriptor. I guess they can't put everything into the title, can they?
I know, but I think the reason I was going with that is because if you go to a German restaurant, like if they say something is like chicken with lemons, you get a plate of chicken with some lemon on the side. Like that's all there is. You don't get anything else. Yeah, they're very specific about their food, and I guess I expected it would be the same. Like,
yeah.
What you see is what you get. All right, I'm gonna call those ready to oven.
Okay. This is good. I think this is going good. The directions said 5 minutes on each side, and I think that has been accomplished.
This one's a sticky little bugger. All right.
Thank you.
As promised.
God, though, I do have to say how thin that is.
That is so thin.
And how thick that is. I mean, she's thick AF.
These three can go in the oven with a bit of extra marinadage. Keep them nice and moist. Ooh, steamy. Okay, so I'm gonna start flavoring this oil a little bit. And I know that you're going to tell me that the garlic shouldn't have gone in there. But I'm just going to throw a little bit more oil.
A little bit more.
Because this is quite a lot of zucchini.
This is like God, have you seen this video of Sandra Lee, I think it is, when she's like two shots of
That's my favorite. She is my spirit animal. Literally, spirit animal. See what I did there?
She's got jokes! Well, back to the task at hand. Back to my job. What are you doing now? Okay.
So I'm frying the zucchini, and now I'm thinking, probably should have had a bigger pan.
I mean, you know what you could do is once that chicken is done, you could toss the rest of the zucchini in there. Perhaps.
Yeah. Is that a pseudo hint?
I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Well, that's great.
But no, I mean, it's not like you're not missing out on a lot of different flavors. Maybe you are, I don't know.
I could bring the marinade in, the leftover marinade to go in with the zucchini.
Be careful.
I'm assuming that they cooked the chicken in one pan and then used the same pan to cook the zucchini. Well,
that's not an attractive look. Hold on.
Parsley, then. Decorative. Show me the picture again. What was I looking at? Parsley. I don't see where the parsley is. It's not in this picture. And that's the game.
Your time is up.
Okay, so that's 30 minutes of the potatoes. The zucchini definitely needs a few more minutes because it is nowhere near the colour of the picture.
I think we have different zucchinis because my zucchinis last night, I looked away for 2 seconds and then it was like, oh.
Okay.
There's some tricks that I'm not getting about this.
So the chicken is done. Chicken is wonderfully done.
Oh yes.
So
looks very nice.
I'm going to just pop that over here. Sit for a bit and just relax. Not melting anything in there. Oh. And I think the potatoes are also done, so I'm going to turn that off. And they look pretty good.
I like the look of those.
They look pretty good. I'll go with chicken breast. And then we'll take and then a little spoonful. Alright, the last thing that needs to happen is the salt and pepper needs to be put into the schmand, which is a kind of very fatty cream. We're going to put a little... Alright, so I think we're ready to give it a taste, so...
Shall I come on that side?
If Carl comes around this side...
Okay,
so now's the time to see how I did.
Make an assessment.
Make an assessment. I reckon the potatoes look pretty close. Theirs are more brown than this one.
I'm looking at this, yeah.
But they look pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe a hotter oven.
Yes. Okay, so on the list of things that
50?
were minorly wrong, it was 220 instead of 200.
Okay.
So maybe that's the difference. I would say, personally, I love the look of your chicken so much better than what's in this photo.
Yeah, the griddle
because the
really
griddle
nice
marks
helps,
just
right?
make it.
But I think if the griddle marks weren't there, it's about the same amount of brown.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty happy with that.
Nice, get a little golden brown.
Yeah.
I don't see any chili bits, but I'm
There is
100% sure you
there
put
is
chili in
in
there. But
yeah. Their chili, I think, was a bit bigger than mine, right?
Yeah.
It's a bit. Also, they have one chili for 2 zucchinis, and I had 3 zucchinis.
Right.
So I probably should have had a bit of extra chili, but says Liz.
It's okay. So shall we taste it, and then as each individual thing, I can say like what you did right and what you did wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, you're missing your peticilla.
Oh, the peas. That's right. The parsley.
Sorry.
I forgot about the parsley.
So
I reckon it's streuzled
streusel.
a little bit over the chicken
Okay.
because that always looks pretty, and a bit over this. They've probably just thrown it over everything.
Okay, so I can tell you.
Or is it just over the cream?
They just put it on the zucchini.
On the zucchini.
Yeah, which in this picture you wouldn't be able to
Not
tell
there.
anyways. I mean, it doesn't look like it is there at all. In my humble
Maybe
opinion.
a little tiny piece there.
Yeah.
Well, there's one piece of zucchini, of parsley on the zucchini.
They were being frugal that day.
Right, we'll take out this really giant piece and it'll look a little bit more similar.
There we go.
There we go.
Okay.
I bought one.
So I'll
Okay.
taste this. What do you want to go
You
for
can
first?
dig it. Well, actually, I'll get you a.
Okay.
I'm going to try the zucchini first.
Are you? Okay, I'll try
Yeah.
it with you.
And I don't know, do you eat the zucchini with the cream?
I don't know the
Or the
answer to
chicken
that.
with the cream?
Ooh, I'm gonna try it by itself, and then I'm gonna try it with the cream, just to have a difference.
It tastes like zucchini.
I would like it to be spicier, but
Yeah, I would like it a bit more heat. But like I said, I think
Bit of
I
pap.
probably should have added a bit more
what
chili.
is it like with the cream?
It's creamier.
Wow.
This is why I had the cooking show.
Okay, it's very nice with the cream.
It does have a bit of extra zing to the cream. Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, should we try a piece of chicken?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to cut a piece off the.
So with the chicken, I will say, with the marinade, you were supposed to grate the rind of the lemon
Oh, it's the lemon zest.
to give it like a little bit of
Mm.
zestiness.
Mhm.
I'm gonna take this beautiful little piece here.
Okay, yeah, lemon zest. Tough one.
Yeah. See, I think that could have been made better with that zest.
Give it a little bit more lemony. Yeah. I should have thought about that. I don't have a zester.
The garlic
Would be a
was
problem.
meant to be split between the
Between the
marinade
and
and the zucchini. So you kind of
One
did that
would be
because
the-
you accidentally got garlic in the marinade. So you did it by accident, which
Yeah.
is impressive actually.
Also, it was 1 clove of garlic. So half a clove of garlic. That's some white people food.
Yeah. What is it? Well, it says for 4 people 2.
Yeah, but I'm making it take. Well, yeah, I guess
I don't know.
I'm making it.
Just going down the things. What else did? Oh, you put the chicken in a little bit too early, but everything turned out alright. So I guess that's fine.
Well, the oven was not so hot. So
We've already gone over the rosemary should have been in the
In the
marinade the whole
marinade.
time.
I'm going to try
Other
one of these
than
potatoes. See if they're
that-
cooked.
I don't think you were much off. I don't. Yeah, no.
They also have a significantly larger pan for their zucchinis than I was using.
Yeah.
Their zucchini look like they've got a lot of room to
Think-
breathe.
The only other thing was. Oh, I tell you what would have made the chicken more lemony is if we had this extra lemon slice on the end that we
Two.
could have just squeezed
Just
over
over
it.
top.
Okay.
Well, I mean, there is lemon juice.
I'm very Anglo-Saxon, and those potatoes are staring at me.
Go for it. Try the potato. I tried one. Try the potato.
I want like the most beautiful one. Hold on. I think it's this one. No.
Yeah, that's a very pretty one.
Very pretty.
Oh, look at that. It's really
Not
soft.
anymore.
Fluffy too, which is nice.
Okay. That is a good potato.
Yay! Yay!
Okay. What would you rate it? What would you rate yourself?
Look, I think generally it's pretty good. I
Put
think
this down. I'm like ready to attack.
yeah. I'm gonna give myself like an 8,
Okay.
maybe 8.5.
I think I would agree with you. Yeah. I just think
The chicken could be a slightly bit.
these two things are really good. The chicken, yeah, just needed like a little extra something, whether it
Yeah.
was salt or lemon or I don't know what, but altogether, very, very good. Proud of
Okay.
you.
Thank you. This was a tough one, I think, because there were so many things that were in the pile of ingredients, but didn't have an obvious visual in the picture of where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
So,
And this was a level 2 on
a little bit trickier than
level 2 of
yesterday's.
3. So
A
I think
little
next
trickier
time
than
we should try a
yesterday's.
level 3 maybe.
Maybe we should try level 3. I'll
Maybe
just
we
see if
should
we can order a level 3
Fail a level
recipe.
3.
I think we definitely will fail at level 3. That's what's going to happen there. Okay, well, thank you for joining me and Carl on this adventure today. If you liked this video, comment, subscribe, click the little bell to get notified every single time I upload a video. And if you've got a recipe that you think I should try to cook without knowing how to do it, send me a picture of it and the ingredients list, and I'll try to do it in an upcoming episode.
Make it really hard.
Not too hard. Alright, that's all for now. See you next time. Bye.
Bye.